What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, family? And what's up, friends? It's your boy Lowell, and I'm back again. I got to hit y'all with another video. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, I'd like to welcome you all back to another episode of Papa Lowell's Place. Now, y'all know that Papa Lowell's Place is a place where if it's on your mind, then let's talk about it. If it's something that you're going through, then let's talk about it. If it's in the news, on the internet, and family, I say, let's talk about it. All right? Now, first I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for clicking on and watching this video. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to my channel. So let's hop right into it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a topic that I'm not a whole lot familiar with. I mean, you see it in the movies sometimes, you hear it on the news sometimes, but I have never come across this topic in my life. And that's the topic is surrogacy. And we have a video today where things did not turn out so well. And I don't want to over talk it. But what I'd like to do is go ahead and get to the video. Now, sporadically, I'll give my commentary throughout the video, and also at the end, we'll meet on the other side where we can comment a little bit more about the video. All right, so roll the clip.
This couple behind us, by the way, was arrested and charged with child endangerment in the Los Angeles area.
Many of their children were born via surrogacy, and now a Brevard County woman says this couple hired her to carry a child for them. Fox 35's Hannah McKenzie spoke with her tonight. So Hannah, how did she even get involved with this couple?
Hold up right there, just before we get to Hannah. Hannah, just hold on a second. Hey, they said that many of their children were born via surrogacy. These people are serial surrogation, whatever you want to call them. They're serial at it. I mean, 1, 2, I get that. But we talking about many children that, what is the issue? What seems to be the problem? Again, you know, I understand 1, I understand 2, and again, I'm not body checking anybody, you know, I'm not trying to judge or anything like that, but I'm just saying, is there a point where there are too many, where this is just too much? I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on it. Tell me what you guys think.
Well, Luann, she tells me she was part of a social media page for surrogate mothers, and a surrogacy agency reached out to her, matching her with that couple. She says at first there were no red flags, but things quickly turned. Perla LaBird was hired to be a surrogate.
I just wanted to help a family.
She's a mother of 2, but this was her first time navigating the process.
The profile was represented to me. It was showed that the person had 1 child.
That wasn't the case, according to police in the Los Angeles area.
Family, they lied. They talking about they only got 1 child, when in fact, as they stated, they have many children. I don't know what they're using as a baseline to say that they only have 1 child. But again, the news already reported that they have more than 1 child, that they have many, and they gained these many through surrogacy. Let's continue.
The couple has 21 children already,
21.
Many of them via surrogates. Arcadia officers getting involved after a hospital reported a 2-month-old baby belonging to the couple sustained a traumatic brain injury in May. Police say surveillance footage shows the couple's nanny violently shaking the baby.
The parents knew about these injuries and failed to do something for 2 days.
The husband and wife, 65 and 38 years old, were arrested on charges of...
Hold on, we ain't gonna just speed by that little fact there. 65 and 38 years old. And I know, love has no, I get it. But y'all, come on, man. Come on, there just comes a time where you got to at least be within your age bracket. You know, I mean, okay, you 65, maybe 55. What's wrong with a 55-year-old? You know what I'm saying? But what's wrong with that? You know, a 54. How about 54? Come on, y'all. At some point, this just gets ridiculous with the age differences that we have. If my daughter came home with someone that's 30 or 40 years older than her as her dad, I'm telling you right now, Crystal, I'm going to have a problem. I'm telling you that right off the rip, so that you're not surprised when I act the fool. All right. So again, tell me what you guys think. Do you think that this is a bit much as an age difference, or do you think that this is par for the course? This is 2025, and in all's fair in love and war. What do you guys think? Let's continue.
The felony child endangerment neglect. All of the children are now in protective custody.
The remaining children inside that home, at least the younger children, were subject to emotional and physical abuse.
As that was playing out in California, in Melbourne, LaBird was having complications, leading to an early delivery. The baby boy was stillborn.
Ooh.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I like her edges. Y'all like her edges?
I'm so sorry.
I like her.
After sharing the tragic news over the phone, LaBird says the couple paid the hospital bill, wished her well, and hung up. She was paid for her services and for months had prepared to say goodbye, just not like this.
It didn't hit me until it was time for me to go home. And I held him for the last time, and they went this way with him, and I was going this way. And I'm like, where is he going? And they was like, oh, to the morgue.
Wow, family, that's gut-wrenching. That's heartbreaking, if you will. And one of the things that I've said over the years is there are people out there who love the idea of being parents, but actually hate being parents. They don't want it. There's some people out there who love the idea of marriage and they actually hate the institution of marriage. And what I mean by that is that you just like the name. We all want to be the king. We love being the king, but what the king actually has to go through, the things that the king actually has to do, the subjects that he has to help or do whatever with, we don't want that. But we like the idea of being the king. And if you want to be the king, you got to take all the responsibilities of the king. If you want to be a parent, you got to take all the responsibilities of being a parent. If you want to be married, you got to take all the responsibilities of being married. But you'll find throughout your life's journey, you'll find that there are people who love the idea, they love the title, but they don't like the responsibility. Let's continue.
That's what did it for me. That's what, reality hit, wow. And he's going by himself. It's not like, oh, his mom and dad is here to support him.
According to authorities, several other surrogates have come forward tied to the couple, at least one of whom is currently pregnant with their child. Live in Brevard County, Hannah McKenzie, Fox 35 News.
Hannah.
Look, family, you seen that, you heard that, and again, I think it's a great thing to do for a couple who is having difficulties having children, and you become a surrogate for them, and I don't know how God feels about it. I don't know how the church feels, but I don't know. But to want to help somebody that's in that situation, I think that's an admirable thing. I really do. As a man myself, and again, I'm just putting myself as a man in a woman's shoes. Would I do that? No, I don't think I would do that, especially when women tell me how much pain they go through and the different cravings that you go through and how your body is constantly changing and things of that nature. Hormones are raging all over the place, heat flashes, and it's just so much going on. I would not want to go put myself through that. And not only that, but for somebody else. And here's the kicker of the whole thing for me, of why I say no. I know me. In the end, I would not want to give that baby away. That's the truth. Let me say that again. In the end, I would not want to give that baby away. And maybe they wouldn't let me see him. I don't know. I would want to see him, to see if he kind of looks like me, to see if he has my eyes, to see if he has my hair, my nose, my ears. Yeah, I would want to see the little fella. However, I know that once they bring that baby to me and say, Luella, here's the baby or whatever, have you meet Todd or whatever, I know that I'm not going to go through with the surrogacy. Again, it takes a special person to be able to do that. To be able to, you saw even this lady right here, as she found out that the baby was stillborn, and she broke down there on video. It's a hard thing, you know. It really is. It's a hard thing. She did a nice thing for this couple, and for this couple to actually do what they're doing is evil. That's the only way that I can describe it. It's evil. For them to, I mean, you just think about how many people that they are scamming. You know, they said that there's another lady due to have another baby. I mean, how many people and how close together are these people? And sir, what is wrong with your wife? What's wrong with her fallopian tubes and her urethra, whatever y'all women got down there, whatever y'all got? What's wrong with her stuff? You want babies? Let her pop them out for you. Why are you scamming the entire United States of America in order to get these babies? I think, again, family, I think that there's something very, very, very wrong with this couple. And again, I think it borders on evil for me. All right, so again, you saw this video. I know that it is heartbreaking, and I know that I'm a man, and I know that there are certain topics that women say that men should not be allowed to speak on. But I am going to speak on this subject today because, again, I think this is heartbreaking for me. I think the lady who was having the baby, I think she was done wrong. The baby was actually done wrong, and all of the babies that are in their possession are being done wrong. And you know, this needs to stop. It really does. It needs to stop. So tell me what you guys think. As the, you know, I can't even put any of y'all in this situation. This is just, like I said, it's just heartbreaking. But I'd love to hear you guys' comment on this. Is this something that takes place more often than I know? I don't know of anybody that has been a surrogate. I don't know of anyone that has received a baby from a surrogate before. So, you know, I'm just bringing you this news because I found this to be very interesting and something that we should all be aware of. But again, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I appreciate it if you guys would like, comment, and share this video to your family and your friends. Let them know what's going on in this crazy world that we live in today. Also, if you find it in your heart to do so, please subscribe, baby. We'd love to have you as a member of the Papa Lowe's Place family. All right? So, as I always say, you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. All right? I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.